Now, the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry is in China on the latest leg of his emergency tour to try and diffuse tension around North Korea's nuclear threats. And in a news conference, he suggested America could remove its newly bolstered missile defense in the region if Pyongyang abandons its nuclear weapons program. So it's believed that others might encourage China to put pressure on North Korea, something it's been reluctant to do so far. And earlier this week, a Pentagon report released by mistake claims the North already had the capability to launch a nuclear missile. The White House, however, quickly dismissed those findings as premature. Nevertheless, America, Japan and South Korea have continued to build up defenses, with Seoul saying it's braced for the North's missile test any time. Russia, in the meantime, has warned against the escalation of the crisis, as RT's Alexei Yerashevsky reports now.
The city of Vladivostok, with a population of around 700,000 people, is the closest Russian big city to the border with North Korea. Literally 200 kilometers that way is the place where the Russian, the Chinese and the North Korean borders meet at the same place. Of course, the escalation of tensions on the Korean peninsula has led to some serious concerns, not only in the Far East, of course, but in Moscow as well. Because should anything happen between the two Koreas, especially if nuclear weapons would be involved, Russia would be one of the first countries affected by the possible meltdown and by the possible consequences of a nuclear war. If we remember the Fukushima incident several years ago, traces of radiation were felt on the Sakhalin island, which is also just a stone throw away from here. So all the latest developments in the North Korean conflict, in the escalating tensions, has led to some serious comments of concern from the Russian president.
We are against nuclear proliferation and for the denuclearization of the whole Korean peninsula. We are very alarmed by the escalation there because we are neighbors, and if something happens there, it will make the catastrophe at Chernobyl seem like a children's fairy tale.
But of course, not only Russia is concerned with the current situation on the Korean peninsula. The US State Secretary John Kerry said that it is high time Pyongyang stopped this war rhetoric, and if it decides to hold a missile test launch, then this would signify that it no longer wants to listen to the international community. The most interesting day here clearly will be Monday, when Pyongyang celebrates its biggest holiday, the birthday of the late Korean leader, the founder of North Korea, Kim Il-sung. Some reports are suggesting that it is on this day that Pyongyang may actually conduct a missile test launch.